What's up, party people? Rachel here again with my first week intermittent fasting video. Hopefully keep up with it the next several weeks so you guys can kind of see my progress on camera. So my fasting days these week were Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and my eat days were Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and today. So I'm going to kind of go over the meals that I had on my eat days and what I did on my fasting days. I had some struggles this week, so I'm going to kind of talk them out and just kind of let people know that it's okay to have struggles on your fasting days, because it's hard, especially when they have like a food day at work and there's like all kinds of soups and chili and you can't have it because you're trying not to eat that day. So without further ado, we are going to go into Monday. Monday was the day that I took a comparison photo of myself with it being 2 months of fasting. I took a picture of myself whenever I first started fasting on September 6th and compared my photo of November 6th side by side next to each other and put it out there. A lot of people says that they can tell a huge difference or a big difference in general. I mean, I'm supposed to have lost 26 pounds between these two pictures, so I'm sure there's a difference, but I am in such denial, and it's dumb how much denial I'm in. I still struggle with that a lot, and I mean, it's just something that I need to get over and realize that obviously this is happening because people are telling me it's happening, and I'm so afraid that people are just congratulating me or telling me these things because they know that I'm working hard. I think a lot of that has to do with personal things in my past where I'm just very skeptical to take compliments because I don't take them very well, if that makes sense. I never have. I don't think I ever will. I'm hoping that gets better over time with my building confidence. But anyways, Monday I took my side-by-side picture, got all those compliments. I'm gonna kind of go over my day a little bit and what I did throughout the day. I'm gonna be reading off of my Kindle. I love my Kindle, it's cute. It's a little pink, you know, pink, purple, whatever. Monday was kind of a hard day in the way that I didn't get much sleep that night. My neighbor upstairs has been snoring so loud. It sounds like he's sleeping in the room next to me or in the bed with me sometimes. I mean, it's terrible. And then on top of that, he's been playing his TV or his music like all night long. Monday night, he played it from the time I went to bed after I got home from Rolla from 11 o'clock until 4:30 the next morning, and it was just, it's miserable. And a lot of people are like, you need to go talk to him, you need to go tell him to stop, and I'm not a confrontational person. If you know me, I hate confrontation. I hate approaching people and causing problems or feel like I'm causing problems because I don't like putting other people out, so to speak, even if in the long run it's hurting me, which is something I probably need to work on in my life. So I got out of bed around 5 o'clock, which typically I've been trying to get up a little earlier than that. I packed my lunchbox with just a bunch of random things from my refrigerator because I hadn't had time to go grocery shopping whenever I came back from Rolla Sunday night, and I can't even tell you what all I packed. I think I packed hummus and pita bread and apple, some bread for peanut butter and jelly. Not to mention, of course, it was daylight savings time, so that whole time change threw just about everybody off, and I think we were all tired when we got back to work and the day seemed to drag on. For breakfast, I did pack a waffle that I had made. I make my own waffles and then I freeze them so that way I'm not having to buy them from the grocery store and I know what ingredients are going into them. You can make them a little healthier that way depending on the type of flour you use and things, but I mean, I have a waffle maker and I love it. I would suggest anybody to get one. It's been with me through thick and thin. When I need waffles, my waffle maker's there for me. I added chocolate chips to my waffle instead of syrup because taking a bottle of syrup who work with me just seems like a lot of mess that I don't want to have to deal with. And then I had an apple that I had in my refrigerator, so it was kind of balanced, so to speak, and you'd be surprised at how few calories that waffles actually have after you don't add the syrup and the butter. And I'm a person that does not add butter to my waffles. I prefer just syrup or just a little bit of sweetness to the top of them because I'm not a big butter fan on top of my waffles. And then a little bit later on in the day, one of my coworkers' birthdays was the week before, and my manager likes to bring in things for everybody who has a birthday, and she brought in some German chocolate cupcakes that she made at home, and I ended up having one of those, I want to say, gosh, around 11, and after I had that, I felt sick. Like, I had not had that much sweet in so long that I think my body was like, Rachel, what are you doing? This is way too much sugar. I don't like it. So after feeling sick from the German chocolate cupcake, I didn't eat again until about 1:30 to 2 o'clock, and I had just some pita bread and hummus, something small, because I had originally planned on making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I didn't think that I was gonna be able to eat all that. But I decided on break that I was gonna run to Aldi and get some groceries since I was bare at home. I was scrounging for breakfast food that morning, and so I knew that I needed to go to the store, and I wanted to do it so that whenever I got home I wouldn't have to leave again. And I spent $50, and I was able to get food to last me through 2 weeks, probably a little more actually, since I'm eating so little and I picked out so many meals that it's not gonna take me 3 weeks maybe to finish off everything that I bought. So that's always a good feeling, knowing that you're buying $50 worth of groceries and it's lasting you 3 weeks. For dinner that night, after getting all of the ingredients that I needed, I made a cheeseburger pasta. It's actually probably a 7 out of 10 on the scale of recipes that I've made. The flavor was okay, but I was expecting it to be more flavorful, and it didn't have much of a sauce, so to speak. It was just like some cheese that was mixed in there. That actually ended up getting better throughout the week though, as it sat in its juices for a while and kind of soaked in all that flavor, which is what I ended up having on Wednesday for lunch. Finally moving on to Tuesday, because Monday's post took forever. I had a really hard time on Tuesday. It was a food day at work. One of the managers had requested people to bring in soups and chilies, crackers, and desserts so that everybody could kind of eat together in my department. And of course it was a fasting day for me, and I was like, I'm not gonna eat. And I broke and ended up having some potato soup, crackers, and a cookie, and I felt a little guilty for it, I'm not gonna lie. However, after doing some research on the recipes and the things that I had, I realized that I wasn't over my 500 calorie fasting day limit. 500 calories a day is technically allowed on a fasting day and you're not breaking your fast. I believe I stayed under my 500 calories, so I don't even technically know if I would say that I broke my fast that day, as much as I just felt guilty for eating because I'm trying not to. I don't want to eat on my fasting day, and breaking for something like that just kind of made me feel a little down about the whole situation. One reason I think I felt so guilty about this is because the holidays are coming up. That means Thanksgiving and Christmas both fall on fasting days. Now, I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to not eat on either one of those days. I mean, those are big holidays, and I'm definitely gonna chow down on some turkey, like, no doubt. But with all that being said, I really want to focus on not being so hard on myself. And one of my biggest supporters in this situation is Ian, because he always lets me know it's fine, you're okay to eat on a fasting day. I mean, it doesn't matter, you're still losing weight. One day is not gonna hurt. I'm just afraid, I think, that one day is gonna turn into 2 days, it's gonna turn into 3 days, and I'm gonna go back to the way I was before, where I was eating every day. I'm gonna gain everything back that I've already lost. So I'm trying very hard to keep up with my discipline and keeping at not eating. Tuesday was also the day that I decided that I was gonna start filming vlogging. Vlogging, however you want to say it. I actually went home Tuesday night and made a Jaclyn Hill palette swatch video and went through and edited it, and I watched the thing and I was like, oh my god, there's no way I'm posting this online. I'm sure it's a lot better than most first ever videos shot, but I am such a perfectionist that's really hard for me to post something without seeing all of its flaws. So I was not gonna put that out there on the internet. I still have it. Maybe one day I will post it, but as for now, no. But that was my Tuesday day. Wednesday was an eat day, and I'll tell you right off the bat, I ate like shit. The reason was because there was a piece of red velvet cream cheese cake calling my name at work that my coworker had set aside for me on food day. There's only 2 or 3 people that know about me fasting, and some of them follow my Instagram, so they see me posting progression pictures every day. This very kind woman took a slice of her cake and set it aside for me so I could eat it the next day. And that's what I had for breakfast. I had a piece of cake for breakfast. So right off the bat, I was not starting off my eat day very well in the calorie count department. Surprisingly enough though, I actually didn't eat anything else until around 10:30, and I just had an apple. And that's pretty good. It was a nice little snack, nice light little snack that I did not feel very guilty about. But then I had toast around 11:30, which is about an hour, 30 minutes before I would like to eat lunch at work. And I'm not sure why exactly I felt like I needed to eat. At 12:30, I had lunch. I had my cheeseburger pasta that I had on Monday, and like I said, it tasted better in my opinion after sitting in all the sauces and the juices and things like that. It was a lot more enjoyable to me to eat on Wednesday compared to Monday. The sad thing is that pasta makes so much. You could feed a family of like 5 on it for 3 days, because I still have some left, and there's no way I'm eating that now since it'll be a week tomorrow that I made it. For dinner that evening, Hannah came over so we could watch Riverdale, our current favorite TV show, and I made Parmesan chicken roll-ups, which are absolutely amazing. They are one of my favorite recipes. They're so easy to make, and they taste so good. They're flavorful. I love them. I think for dinner tonight I'm actually going to heat those up and have them, because I have a couple of them left and I don't want them to go to waste. On the side, we actually had a bag Caesar salad from Aldi, which was amazing. I hadn't had salad in so long. It tasted so good. Having that fresh vegetable. We're not going to talk about Riverdale. We'll just say Hannah went home mad that night, and I went to bed angry at the show. Moving right along to Thursday. Thursday was a great fasting day. I felt like I was my old fasting self again. Work was great. I was able to get through everything. I was so focused on what I was doing that I didn't think about food at all that day. Not only that, that was the day that I recorded my intro video, so I was so excited to get home and do that. I think that I was distracted at the thought of food. I felt so good about myself that day, which is a rare thing for me to do too, because I loved the way my makeup looked, I felt good, and I just thought, Rachel, you have the confidence today. Go use that confidence and film a video, because this is what you want to do. You want to film a fasting video, go do it. And so I did, and I filmed that video on Thursday, and I'll link it down below so you guys can watch it if you want to. I didn't have any questions on that video. I said that I was going to record another one with questions and answers if people were interested, but nobody asked any, so I'm not going to record that video right now. Maybe a little further on down the line, if I get more requests on that video, I will, but as for right now, I don't see one of those. Wow, Thursday's injury went by really fast, thank God. Friday, I was waiting for Friday all week long. I broke my fast that morning around 9:30 and had a couple of boiled eggs and a peanut butter roll-up, which is literally just a tortilla smothered in peanut butter and then rolled up and then eaten. It's so easy, and they're so filling, and they have protein in them, so those are really good. Plus they're low in calories, which is definitely a good thing too. Around 11:30, I had a light snack of some almonds I had left in my drawer, and almonds are such a good snack for you to eat. If you can eat nuts during the day and you're wanting to fast, I would definitely suggest nuts, because they are a filling food. So I would suggest those if you want to snack during the day when you're not fasting. For lunch, I once again had my cheeseburger pasta. I tell you, this stuff lasts forever, and I probably could have eaten it a little bit more during the week on my eat days, but I didn't, and I made other things instead. After work, I ran home, got my dog, and went to my mom's because I was going to spend the night that night. For dinner, we had some crappie that my grandpa caught, and sweet potatoes, and a green bean casserole, and it was amazing. It was such a good meal. Unfortunately, the meal brought me over my calorie count for the day, but I don't regret it. It was so good, and I love fish so much. I feel like that's a Midwest thing. Just like oat. I felt like such a loser that night because I went to bed super early. I think I was in bed by like 10 o'clock. On to Saturday. Bowser decided that me waking up at 7:30 was a good idea, and I have to full-heartedly disagree with him. He likes to wake me up stupid early on the weekends. I heard my mom get up and get ready for work, so I decided to get up and visit with her a little bit before she left, and I discovered that my mother, my wonderful, caring, special mom, did not have a winter coat. I felt so bad. I wanted to get her a winter coat. She can't be doing work in 32 degrees with a poncho on, like, come on. So after my brother got up and we both got ready, we went over and visited my grandma for a little bit and then ran to Burlington Coat Factory, Ross, and Target, and finally found her a coat at Target. I think that she liked it and she'll definitely use it and appreciate it. So it was a good thing. It felt like a good deed of the day. It just sucks when your mom deserves everything in the world and you can hardly afford to give her a pack of gum. And my mom has done so much for my brother and I. She has been there for us our whole lives, obviously, but even more so after my dad passed away when I was younger. So she has played both roles in the parent department, and I don't know anybody who could do a better job than my mom. After we gave her the coat, I went home and got ready for my best friend Hannah to come over. She came over around 5 o'clock and we watched The Edge of 17 and Cinderella, which Cinderella she's seen like a million times and ended up falling asleep towards the end of it, of course. But during the time we had some popcorn, which that was the first time I had broke my fast that day, and popcorn is almost 0 calories. I think I had half a bag and it was like maybe 75 calories. It was so low, it was extremely ridiculous. She finally woke up after the movie ended and we went to bed and woke up the next morning to an eat day. And that eat day would be today. Today was a pretty good day, I'm not gonna lie. We woke up and decided we were gonna go to IKEA for the day since we both wanted to get out of the house for a little bit. For breakfast, I made a blueberry coffee cake, and it was actually really good. It wasn't too sweet, it wasn't too sour. I think the best part was the crumbled topping, of course. After we watched Waitress, we decided that we were gonna go see it. And this is something that a lot of people, if you follow me, you'll know that we had been wanting to see Waitress for a really long time, since we heard that it was coming. And today we were like, you know what? This is an opportunity. We want to see it. Let's go. Let's just do it. So we did. We bought tickets today and we're going to go see it Wednesday. And we are both so excited. I haven't seen a musical since Phantom of the Opera, which was for Christmas last year. Anyways, so we bought our tickets to go see Waitress and we're both super stoked to go see it. For lunch, we went to Jose Pepper and didn't have that great of an experience. The customer service was terrible, and if you want to hear more about that story, I can tell you, but right now, I don't even want to think about it. After leaving Jose Pepper's, we went to IKEA, walked around for a while, worked off our Mexican food, and then got ice cream. Well, frozen yogurt, okay, frozen yogurt's better for you. We came home, she got her stuff together, and she left, and I started recording this video. So that is this whole week summed up. If you're still paying attention, thank you. I also want to give a shout out to everybody who has messaged me this week. I can't even, you guys don't understand the amount of support and surprise that I've gotten from posting one video or posting my everyday pictures on Instagram or Snapchat. It is, thank you. That's all I can say is thank you. Thank you for supporting me as I do this, because it just shows me how many people actually do care. Even if I feel like people don't. I think they do. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. Anyway guys, I think that is all for today. I'm gonna go and post my WordPress blog post. I'll link that down below too. So if you guys wanna read that and get a more in-depth look at my weeks and what I do every day, I should hopefully be back next Sunday unless something comes up. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys.